You see those? Oh my gosh, those are the Percebes. Gooseneck Barnacles. They look like alien fingers or dinosaur toes or something. They're so crazy looking. And I'm going to eat those. So today we're out foraging for barnacles. Gooseneck barnacles, or Percebes, are a highly prized delicacy in Spain and Portugal. People pay crazy money for these, but they're relatively unknown in North America. In most places in Europe, they're extremely dangerous to harvest. In the waters of the Pacific Northwest, though, you can harvest them without risking your life. We are super fortunate to live in a place with such rich sea resources. In Washington, on the Pacific Ocean beaches, you can harvest 10 pounds of whole barnacles per day from November 1st to March 31st. You should always check your local state regulations for the most up-to-date harvest rules, though. The best ones are difficult to access. The barnacles like pounding surf. So the harder the waves, the more often the barnacles feed, and the stronger the muscle of the barnacle grows to withstand that wave impact, making them bigger and more sought after. The barnacles are normally submerged in water, except during very low tides that expose these rocky structures, giving us access to another world. Oh my gosh, look at them all. God, these mussels are so thick on the rock that you can't even get past them. The problem is you don't want to just rip these guys off. We really want the ones that are about as wide as they are tall. They'll have the best meat. The super long skinny ones aren't as good. It's a nice fat one. Okay. There we go. I'm only going to take a few of these. We don't need very many. So the rocks here were just covered in millions of mussels. So I ended up having to clear away a tiny patch to even access a clump of the gooseneck barnacles. Oh, these are fatties. Look at these. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's a good one. Look how fat he is. Oh. Found more. So it can take 20 years for a barnacle to grow to harvestable size. When you do harvest some, try to only remove a small amount from each cluster. The larvae will reattach to established clusters. So if you clear out an entire patch over a whole rock or something, it could take hundreds of years for them to reestablish. Oh, that's a nice one. Look at that. Woo! Look how chunky this one is. Oh, that's a good one. You can see the cirri there on the end. Those are the little feelers that grab plankton to feed the barnacles. The rocky end covers them when the water goes out, but when they are submerged and feeding, you'll see those little feelers sticking out the top there. We're just gonna rinse our barnacles in some fresh water, get all the sand off, and then we're going to put some more clean fresh water on our stove and pour a bunch of salt into it. So we're just going to boil these in super, super salty water for 2 or 3 minutes. All right, we're gonna eat it. The time has come. Just twist it off, hold the hard rock end, kind of like a handle, and twist the outer leathery skin off. We're gonna toss that away. We're not gonna eat that part, but this is what we're gonna eat. Okay. It's actually really, really good. It's like a really soft, creamy texture with a little bit of like crunch chewiness to start with, but it's mostly just like melt in your mouth smooth. It's really bizarre. And the flavor is like a mix between scallops and, gosh, crab, and maybe a little bit of shrimpy flavor. It's a lot brinier though. It's got a really briny taste, but it's really nice. It's really good. I can see why they call it the billionaire barnacle. Like, these are tasty. So yeah, the Portuguese and Spanish, they know what's up. This is good. I would eat these again for sure. Oh man, there's a real fatty in here that I really want.
Wait.